What is up, you guys, and welcome to a dual review of two Ringside Collectible NWO exclusives. We have the Ringside exclusive Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. We are going to be taking a look at every aspect of the figure, starting off first with their packaging. I'm not someone who likes to keep their figures in the package. However, these two have some really awesome packaging, especially Kevin Nash. I love the red and black NWO logo right there. It looks great in this packaging. It says Ringside exclusive, of course, and I really like how over the Elite Collection logo it has the NWO spray paint, which I think looks really good. You got a picture of him on the side right there, and then a bio on the back, which has the design behind Nash right there. And then on the side you got the regular design. It also has the NWO logo over the Elite Collection logo right there. That looks really great. Scott Hall we'll take a look at now. Really like the black and white and the little, I don't know what you'd call the dripping design over here, but it is all over the packaging. Looks really great. This continues on to the back, which also looks amazing. I am not going to throw out these packages. They both look really great, but we are going to take them out of their packaging right now. Before we get into the figures, I want to give Mattel a lot of props because these backer cards right here are really cool. I am going to actually use these for something. I'm not sure yet, but I am not going to throw these out. We have the Wolfpack colors for Nash and the regular black and white NWO for Scott Hall. The first accessory we are going to take a look at is Scott Hall with his vest right here. This is the same molded vest as the Elite 38 Adam Rose. I would have preferred the material that's a lot softer, but this isn't too bad. He's got the white dripping design of the spray paint down here, which leads onto the back where it says Lone Wolf. This looks really clean. They also both share these tank tops, the black and white one for Scott Hall and the red and black one for Kevin Nash. They're both the same mold, both the same design, different colors. I think that's really cool that they chose to give them the same accessories. I just think that's a very good choice considering they were partners in the NWO. That's just a small detail that I really like about these two. Also, both come with spray paint bottles. The red one, of course, for Nash, and the normal silver one for Scott Hall. Not much paint application other than the tips right over here, which is silver and red, and just a little bit of sculpting at the top. Nash comes with some glasses, which are sadly dented over here to the side, which is a bit annoying. I'm afraid to sort of put it back into place. I'm afraid it might snap, but I do have other pairs of sunglasses, so this isn't a big deal. Finally, and maybe the coolest accessory out of them all, it is the NWO Wolfpack title that Kevin Nash comes with. We're going to take a closer look at this. So as you can see, this is the normal World Heavyweight Championship that Mattel usually sells, except it's got NWO spray painted in red on the front plate. This looks really great. I missed out on the Kevin Nash, which I believe had the same version but with the black spray paint. I like how this looks. It's going to look really cool on Nash when I pose him with it at the end of this video. But other than that, it is your typical World Heavyweight Championship. Taking a look at Scott Hall's face scan, and it is the same face scan as the Defining Moments Razor Ramon. I wish for this exclusive they would have used a different one, but oh well. I don't think it's any different than the Defining Moments, if I am correct. I don't have that figure, so I can't compare it with. I think the beard might be darker, but once again, I'm not sure. It does sort of resemble Scott Hall. I think they could have done a better job on it. They have his signature hair drooping down on his forehead right there, which looks really great. Once again, small detail. Now taking a look at Kevin Nash's face scan, I don't know, to be honest with you. I thought this did look really good, but the resemblance is definitely there of Kevin Nash. I just think the head scan's a little goofy. Yet again, the whole NWO thing was a bit goofy. But I do like it. Instead of having his blonde hair like the Elite 16, he has his slick back brown hair with the ponytail right there that comes down. And then he's got the brown goatee. His facial expression is really funny. I don't know why it's making me laugh, but I'm very happy that they used a different face scan for this Ringside exclusive. I think that on all Ringside exclusives there should be exclusive parts to the figure, which is one reason why I am not a fan of the exclusive Hulk Hogan, which I believe I talked about a while ago. Scott Hall has his signature chest hair, and I really do like that they painted it underneath the ab crunch as well, so no matter what pose you're going to be able to see that chest hair, which is a very dark black. Very cool. I'm glad they added this detail. Nothing on his back. Nash's torso, he has a black singlet which says Nash on the belly button area right over here in white font with a red outline, and then he's got some red detail going on both sides over here. No designs on his back, but this singlet does look very good. Hall has his signature elbow pads, which are the typical ones. It's not the large ones that come with Undertaker and whatnot. It's not the small ones that come on like Triple H. It's the normal sized ones, which have a lot of good detail on them. I touched about the white. The last time I had this figure, I believe that the paint app was a bit sloppy, and actually now I'm noticing that he's got a bit of black in between that area right there. Not a big deal, nothing too noticeable. On Hall's arm, he has a tattoo, and I do not know what these are, to be honest with you. I can't even make that out. Maybe you guys can, but he has some black wrist tape over there on both hands. Hall has his tights, which say Hall on it in the white font, which looks really good. Very clean paint application. It says Too Sweet on the back. He's got these large black and white elbow pads. I would have wished they'd used these smaller ones. Not the tiny ones, but just the size smaller, because it is going to inhibit a lot of articulation. But then he has his all black boots, which have the white soles on them. Nash's pants are extremely detailed. I am so happy that the design over here and down on is sculpted rather than painted, which is something they could have easily done. But he's got this waistband going around, which is sculpted. It has some silver detail right there. Goes around all the way, and then down over here he's got the tassels, which actually the one at the top over here is a separate piece than the one on the legs, which is red. It goes all the way down. I wish they would have painted inside of the knee joints red. That just kind of takes it off a little bit. I wish they would have used some red pegs so that, well, then it wouldn't look good on that side, but they've actually painted the pegs different colors before. I wish they would have done that this time, but these are really good sculpt. I'm so happy that they kept the mold that they used on the Diesel and Kevin Nash. The only point of articulation that I would like to point out are the legs on Scott Hall, which do move out a lot, which is very cool. However, I'm very displeased with the fact that they used these joints. We're going to get a very uncomfortable shot for a little bit of time here, zooming in on the crotch piece right over here. But these ball joints usually have a tendency to get loose very quickly. It's the same ball joints, if I'm correct, that are used on some of the Brock Lesnar figures, the Shield, John Cena, and if you notice, those legs get easily very loose. Also, the Sandow, which has the same piece. I wish they would have just used different legs, because over time, at least in my experiences, these legs do get very loose very quickly. I also want to point out on Nash that the ab crunch is very weak, which is expected of these joints that are on Undertaker and Kane and whatnot. It moves far down a good amount, but back, it's like he's not even back. And as for his legs, you're not going to get a lot of posing with them. They don't go out too much. They go to the front a decent amount, but the articulation overall on this is fairly good. If you're going to ask me which figure I would choose that you pick up, I would recommend Kevin Nash. However, if you do have the money, definitely get these both as a combo pack. They're both really cool. Kevin Nash does just outweigh Scott Hall a little bit, but other than that, extremely happy with these pickups. Like I said, get these figures if you can. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to some more reviews, hopefully coming soon. And as always,